Alright, I just want to talk about how this week has been probably the craziest week I've had in a long time. I mean, what was it? Me failing the interview, just gotta deal with it. Also, the weather being so hot. Oh my god. When I say it's hot, it was hot. But you're gonna be like, oh, it's only 40 degrees, oh, it's not that hot. Bro, shut up! Listen, our houses are made from bricks and we don't have an air conditioner, okay? And also, we aren't even used to this weather, okay? We're not used to this shit. So just leave us alone. So that's why I'm wearing a hoodie right now because the weather has cooled down. So I'm kind of getting used to it, you know? I just want to get used to the terrible weather, I say. Yeah. So don't piss me off. Anyways, let's talk about Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel is one of the shows I was not really excited about. Like the whole 6 episode thing with the Disney shows, I just wasn't really a fan of it. Like, what was it? Every time, whenever a first episode comes out, it ends up being one of the best episodes. And then when it comes to the last episode, which is the 6th one, I just don't like it because of how rushed it is and how we don't really flesh the story out well. But we do flesh out the characters, which I like about the show. But the show actually surprised me, like in a very good way, because yes, it has a lot of flaws, but there are some elements I do like that really felt, I don't know, very different. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, I did not expect this from Miss Marvel. I mean, I guess my expectations were very low after hearing her power change and all that stuff. But overall, I think the show surprised me. First off, I'ma say this here, but Iman Vellani as Kamala Khan is probably the best casting and the best choice because I'm so glad they didn't choose like a 25-year-old or something. Marvel went through a different route this time and they actually chose an actual 15-year-old who is Pakistani and plays the role of Kamala Khan. And she just plays it so well, in my opinion. I mean, it's very reminiscent towards how RDJ just plays Iron Man perfect. And I could just say the same thing for Miss Marvel. I mean, how the hell is she so energetic to play this role? Like, she must be having so much pre-workout because she must be shitting herself so much because of that much energy. Also, the representation in this show is banging. Like, we just see what it's like being a South Asian and dealing with all this shit, and it's just amazing to see how Marvel are being very diverse now. Like, comparing to the other phases, it wasn't really diverse. I mean, they could have done better, but now I feel like they're successful, they know what they're doing, they're in a good place, and they're taking risks, which I really like about Phase 4, but, you know, there are a lot of not good projects, but at the end of the day, I feel like Marvel experimenting with this stuff is a really good choice in my opinion. And I've got to give props to Black Panther because if we did not get the cultural impact from the movie, I genuinely don't think we would get other MCU projects like Moon Knight and Miss Marvel and all that stuff. Also, is it me yet, or does Miss Marvel look very aesthetic? Like, the color grading is very good, the set designs are amazing, and you know the background where it has text and all that stuff? I'm not quite sure, but I'm not quite sure if I can explain it properly, but what was it? They have background text whenever Bruno and Kamala are texting, and that is very clever in my opinion. For a show that is aimed towards children, I guess that's what the target audience is really, but it's really great to see because it gave me a lot of Scott Pilgrim vibes, which is a bang of a movie you lot should see. And I ain't gonna lie to you, but most of the shit I've seen from Miss Marvel that I really liked were from episodes 1 to 3, because episodes 3 to 5 went through a different route, which I did not like at all. Episode 6 was good too, but very rushed in my opinion. But I'll get onto that more. I'm gonna say this, yeah, but Kamala does not need 3 love interests, okay? It's just annoying, okay? I don't like that shit. Just stop it. Just move on and just leave it. I just feel like she could have been just an empowering woman, I'd say. The villains in the show were probably so bland. Bland like a chicken. Bland! Like how? Like none of the characters were really interesting except like Kamran's mom, but I don't even know her name. I mean, she's even weak as well because they have the weakest motivations Oh, let's take over Earth. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Bruh, it's boring. Listen, I don't care. I feel like this show is more about Kamala's character instead of the story itself. Which, I get what they're trying to do because they're trying to set it up for the Marvels. But I want the story to be good as well. Because if you want to watch it standalone, then it makes perfect sense. Damage control is pretty useless as well. Because once Kamala moved to Pakistan, I mean, the damage control didn't do shit, to be honest. I mean, they were looking for them. They put them in the raft, of course. They're villains, but they got out easily. So that was just useless. I mean, the guy from Spider-Man No Way Home, he showed up. But he was only in the post-credit scene. He didn't even do anything in like the other episodes. So it was just the woman, I don't know. I don't know her name, but it was just the woman who was doing it. And she is just boring as well. Like Hayward from WandaVision. They're just both boring characters. Very hateable. In a bad way. Like, the writing is not even good. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about the antagonists, because they are just horrible, and I just feel like they could have done better. To be honest, yeah, I feel like most of this shit that is terrible for Miss Marvel is from episodes 4 and 5, because I know what they're trying to do, trying to give a backstory for the Bangle, but that's the thing, I don't really like the whole changing powers thing, because the point of Miss Marvel is that anyone could have got this power, just like Spider-Man. She just got it in an accident and therefore she's like an inhuman. But the whole thing where she's destined to get it, I don't know, to me, I don't know, I just feel like it reminds me of The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Like, remember when there was a scene where like Peter was actually determined to be Spider-Man, and that's not the point of his character, because the point of Spider-Man is anyone can be bitten by a radioactive spider. It could be the same for Miss Marvel too. Anyone could get the power of what she has because she's an inhuman. Bruh, the dialogue in the show, oh my god. Listen, I understand it's aimed towards kids, like that's the target audience, but I just can't, like, most of the dialogue is just cringe.
Where'd you learn to jump like that, Ninja Turtles?
Where'd you learn yours, huh, Donkey Kong?
Say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Listen, I'll give you an example, yeah? Gravity Falls, perfect dialogue. Kids show as well. Spectacular Spider-Man, perfect dialogue. Kids show. You see? But, you know, I guess MCU are just not good at dialogue, I guess. Listen. I know you're probably thinking that, oh, why are you hating on the show so much if you like it? And it surprised you. But the thing is, yeah, there are things I like and there are things I also dislike. Like, I don't think, in my opinion, a show is perfect. And there are many flaws. And I'm just pointing out the flaws right now. But I'm going to talk about another things I did like about the show. Alright, so the one scene in episode 6 where she gets beaten up by the damage control team, and then she says "embiggen," and then she starts beating the shit out of everyone. That shit was sick, I'm telling you. And then there's the whole crowd is just supporting, guys. I mean, it reminds me when in Spider-Man 1 where like Green Goblin gets violated from the US people, the New York people anyways, and then starts throwing shit and then starts supporting Spider-Man. It was very, I like that shit. What was it? Seeing her parents being supportive as well, because in the first episode she wasn't even allowed to go to Avengers Con, which I can't believe that's a thing. Another scene where like she was not allowed to go to the party, but only one condition: she would be back by a curfew. Now seeing her parents being very supportive and, you know, doing something right, it's very good character development. And I feel like what the show does really well is it gives you good character development for like supportive characters sometimes. I wouldn't say about the antagonists for sure, but I'd say like the standout characters, like the main characters, yes. In my opinion, yeah, I feel like Kamala's arc is just perfect. Like, what they did was very, very cool. And I'm just very excited to see what's going to happen in the Marvels, because, what was it, Captain Marvel somehow comes up. And I'm actually really excited because I think Captain Marvel is a very underrated movie. I know a lot of people would not like it, and I understand why. But I don't know, I just felt like, you know, I really liked it. It was a standalone thing, no cameos, no shit. I was like, fuck it, I like that. And the fact Kevin Feige had the audacity to change her origin from an inhuman to now being a mutant. I'm gonna say this, I'm not really a big fan of this shit, but I think it makes sense in this story, because the mutants are coming, Fantastic Four are coming. It makes sense. And the Inhumans show was shit. So I feel like that's why they did it, because they do not want to go back to the Inhumans, because that show was shit. 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 Alright, anyways, I calmed down. So, overall, I'm gonna give this show a 6 out of 10. Very decent. Not too bad. Just surprised. Decent show. And yeah, I guess that's the review. Hope you lot enjoy it. And yeah, also I want to say that Ozark's shit. And yeah, bye.